Let's go ahead and get this thing started, shall we? Okay, so for the most part, this panel will be a lot of Q&A because I find that's what usually you guys want, is to ask questions. I'll try to get a lot of information out before we start the Q&A. First question that I'm usually asked is, how did I get into voice acting? For me, it started with a 30-year radio career. I worked all over the country. Started in North Carolina when I was a teenager. Worked in Virginia, Boston, Cape Cod, Birmingham, Atlanta, New York, Philadelphia, Los Angeles, Phoenix, San Diego. And I ended up sticking in San Diego, which was fortuitous because in San Diego is one of the top casting directors for video games, for voiceover, a lady by the name of Lonnie Manella. And she wandered into the radio station where I was production director one day to make a commercial. And she started doing character voices, and so I started, showing off and doing character voices for her. And she said, wow, you've got pretty good range. Maybe you should consider voice acting for video games, which is something I'd never really considered. I said, okay, I'd be happy to. So the first game I can recall being cast in was Hasbro's Candyland Adventure. Oh, sure, you laugh. But the second game was Duke Nukem 3D. So how's that contrast, from Lord Licorice to Duke Nukem? So anyway, a lot of morning show radio over the years, doing character voices for different shows. There's a show in Los Angeles called Mark and Brian. I don't know if you're familiar with Mark and Brian, but I was their producer in Birmingham, Alabama years ago. I used to do all their character voices. And it's that kind of work that got me the chops to get into voice acting for video games. So I hope that answers one of the main questions that always comes up. I have some audio I want to share with you this year that I haven't played for you before, including outtakes from the Duke Nukem Forever game. I don't have a lot of them because I don't generally keep those things, but it was actually, you all know who Crows is, right? Crows now lives in San Diego, very near me, so I see him all the time. Just kidding, we love Crows. We love to bitch slap Crows whenever we can. And Crows actually said, dude, why don't you keep some of the outtakes? People would love to hear that stuff. So in the last Duke Nukem Forever session that I did, which was, the end of 2009, I think, I actually kept a few, and it was right after MAGFest 8, right? MAGFest 8. And so I'll play a few of those for you real quick, and you can hear what it sounds like in the recording studio when I screw up, which happens quite a bit. And here's a few of the Duke Nukem Forever outtakes.
Duke Nukem Forever outtakes.
Time to quit pissing around and get this big dick. Oops. Time to quit pissing around and get this big guy back into action. Sure, kid. Just don't let me find this on eBay, you little shit. Sure, kid. But I better not find this on eBay. Yeah, but after 10 years of...
What?
Yeah, but after 12...
How many years has it been?
Yeah, but after 12 fucking years, it should be. See you at the party, slut. See you at the party. Looks like those alien bastards took my...
Beer? Took my beer?
Looks like those alien bastards took all my beer.
Oh, it's not all mine? Alright.
Looks like those alien bastards took all my...
Shit.
Looks like those alien bastards took my beer. That really pisses me...
About to pee.
That really pisses me off. Hail to the... Hail to the king. Hail to the king, baby. What? Did you think I was gone forever? Fucking crybaby. Did you think I was gone forever?
Oh, it was just an ad thing. Okay, alright.
What? Did you think I was gone forever? I'll rip out your eyeball and piss on you. I'll rip out your eyeball and... I'll rip out your ball and piss on you. I'll rip out your eyeball and piss on your brain. Key card. I don't need a fucking key card. Key card. I don't need a fucking key card. You've got a lot of guts. Ready to spill them? You've got a lot of guts, you ugly fucker. You've got a lot of guts. Let's see them.
Oh, you're so tiny and cute. I could carry you around in my pocket like a little pet.
Size only matters when you're full blown, baby. So blow me. Size only matters when you're full grown, baby.
Oh my God, Duke, thank you. I'll go down with you anytime.
So is one of those where we just screwing up a line because, I don't know, I couldn't read the copy without thinking dirty thoughts. And what you couldn't hear on that was the director who was on the phone in the background going, no, not all my beer, just they took my beer. You know, so I should have left the director on the recording too so you could hear that. Another recording that I am amazed that anybody found this. I was hired by a Chinese company about 5 or 6 years ago to record voice commands for a Chinese text editor. Are you familiar with this one? It was called, how anybody found it, I don't know. It's called ta-ta-ta-ta.cn is the website if you ever want to go there. And people get a kick out of this. I don't know why. It's just text commands. So I'll play this for you real quick and then we'll get back on with the panel.
Text edit. About text edit. Chinese text converter. Disk utility. Finder. Grab. Screen. Mail. Script editor. Hide text edit. Hide others. File. New. Close. Save.
My favorite one's coming up.
Save as. Save all. Insert. Format. Font. Bold. Italic. Underline. Outline. Styles. Bigger. Smaller. Show colors. Align left. Center. Justify. Align right. Allow hyphenation. Minimize. Zoom.
That's just strange. But even stranger is people in China who are doing this text editing are hearing this voice going, does everybody in America talk like that? Very strange. Okay, so it's very difficult for me as, you know, I'm not a gamer, I'm a voice actor. Okay, so I get a lot of questions about the games and I can't answer them all. I also don't remember a lot of the titles, so people go, oh, what are we working on right now? I often don't know what the game is because I have to sign what's called a non-disclosure agreement where I'm not allowed to speak about it. Like, well, maybe you guys remember at MAGFest 3 years ago, they were going to make Duke Nukem forever? And people saying, God, that's a loser, it's never going to happen. And I already knew it was happening. I had to bite my tongue for 2 years and say nothing, which was really hard to do. But I'm often not allowed to speak about them. There are 3 games that are coming out this year. One, I believe, that's going to be on the new Vita platform. But I can't talk about those. I can tell you that I recently did voiceover work for, well, Rochard is out now, that side-scroller game. It was the first to use the Unity platform for PlayStation 3, and it's very colorful, it's very cool. Has anybody seen Rochard? Anybody? Did you get to play it? Yeah, and what did you think? It's pretty cool. I like the fact that there are areas where you can, where biological people can go through these walls, but inanimate objects cannot. And then there are those where inanimate objects can go through, but people can't. So it's a real challenge. It's a puzzle kind of game. John Rochard is a good old boy from Mississippi who is an asteroid miner, and he has no army. He is not a soldier. He has no weapons, and yet he has to defend this asteroid from aliens by using miners' tools from the future. So it's very colorful side-scroller, if you want to check that one out, Rochard. I'm on Dota 2, you know, the Defender of the Ancients 2, Gears of War 2, what is that sharpshooter game? See, I'm so bad with the titles. Maybe it's because I'm old. Or maybe because I've just lost too many brain cells and my short-term memory really sucks. And incidentally, I also have a short-term memory problem. Did I mention that already? Okay.